Welcome to Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
All right, this is what third summer beer episode. We're doing we're trying some beers that are could be good for summertime. We don't know.
Definitely. I got a beer from a local brewery in New Jersey. I'm hoping it tastes really well. I hear a lot of good things about this place. About maybe 20 minutes from where I live.
Cool. Show the can. Let's see what you got.
So I bought a stovepipe can. I don't know if you guys know about things like this. Probably do. It's a big can, 19 ounces, from Double Nickel. I like the artwork. They always have some weird stuff.
Cool.
It's called Weekend Warrior. It's a hazy pale ale. I think it's like 5.8%.
All right.
So with the double dry hop with Idaho 7 and Citra. So you got this little thing going like this on it. So
cool.
So it should be good.
Sweet. And I've got a beer from Finback, and this one's called Mind Reading, and the label is kind of this.
Yeah.
It looks like they meant the label to be for like small cans, but here it is with a big can.
Yeah.
And it's got it's a Goza sour ale with peach and mango. Sounds very I don't know. Sounds like it would be good on a summer day. Let's try it. Let's see if it is. Let's crack these open.
A little hazy.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it comes out. Smells good.
Mine's got that sour note to it for sure. Ooh, very sour.
How sour? Puckering?
Definitely. It's definitely a little bit more puckering, that's for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to let this one drink it a little bit longer, see what I think.
Oh, you gotta love those sours.
I do like sours, but I don't know. This one's like, I don't know. I know you use it all the time. You say baby vomit a lot, and man, I don't know. This is a tough one.
The barnyard.
Because I have a couple beers, I wasn't sure which one to go with, and you were like, "Oh, you got a Finback? Try that." I don't know if I'm loving it though. But anyway, let me drink this. Why don't we talk about your beer? I gotta experience this for a minute.
I feel you. So yeah, Double Nickel. Like I said, they always have some cool artwork and everything else. All their beers, I've had a bunch of their beers around the area. Like, you can find them on tap. Local brewery. They're from Pennsauken. Beautiful brewery. It's huge. So I was just like, all right, I think I've had this one before. I'm not 100% sure, but like I said, I always want to review it. It's good. It's a 5.8% beer. Like I said, a little hazy. It says hazy pale ale. It is a hazy pale ale. It's not like a bitter bite up front. Excuse me. It's got Idaho 7 and Citra. It's just not like a juice bomb, not juicy at all, but it's just a good pale ale, refreshable. It's kind of crushable. It is very like for me. Let me take a little sip. I think I can crush these. It is crushable. It's a low ABV, but it is like refreshing. Good to go beer. Like I said, not getting a lot. I don't really know the characteristics of Idaho 7, but it's like Citra. I'm getting a very little bit of that. I got to look up more what Idaho 7 would be, but it's a very good beer overall. I'll definitely kill the can, because it's a pale ale. But like I said, everything that comes out of fucking Double Nickel is really good, really good. Like I said, local brewery, about 25 minutes from my house. All their beers are pretty damn good. So I was like, I'm gonna give this one a shot. Like I said, I don't remember if I tried this. I would have to check my own tap page. But This one's good, man. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. You know, it's summer beer wise. Yeah, yes, I can see that. I can see that. Like this, a weekend warrior. Like, oh, I gotta go hang up some curtains, or I'm gonna go build a motor, or something like that. Weekend warrior thing. It's just like, okay,
Built
fine.
a moat? Like,
Build a motor. Build a motor. You
oh,
know,
a motor.
motor.
It's like around your house. What are you gonna?
Yeah, right. In today's world, we should. But yeah, that could be a weekend warrior project. I'm gonna build a moat around my house. You know, uh, but yeah, no, it's a good beer. It's, like I said, it's crushable. Um, like I said, I just bought a single can of this because, like I said, there was a lot of. I didn't really see the liquor store I went to as a better liquor store. But I think it's Friday. When I went to the parking lot, it was packed to the gills. So I was like sitting in my truck for like 10 minutes trying to find a spot. I was like, oh shit. And they didn't really have that much of a selection. So I was just like, I saw a few other things, but you know, we're on that date code thing and everything else. So just making sure you're getting stuff fresh. And the stuff, two beers I looked at two different breweries. The date codes were legible. So I was just like, I am not wasting
Yep.
$12, $13 on something I don't know that could be good or bad. So, you know, I'll try this one. You know, like I said, it was a single can, you know, big can. It's like 1 pint, 3.2 ounces. Yeah, so it's like 19 ounces, 19.2 ounces. So, like I said, I think I've had this before, but it's good. It's good. It's crushable. I would recommend it. You know, if you saw the can, I think this can was like $3, $3.50. Hey, if you see the big pounder can, it's just like, you know, stove top they call it. Yeah, give it a shot. You know, I think they have a 15 pack, but like I said, I was just like, I'm gonna just try one. I don't remember last time I tried it, but it's good. I could definitely. It's not really a beach beer. It's more for me if I was like, I guess, went camping or something like that. I'm not getting those notes for like a beach beer where it's just like, hey, we're out in the sun and everything else. It's just more of like, I guess, more of a backyard barbecue beer. So for the summertime, backyard barbecue, maybe a lawnmower beer for them. It's like almost 6%. So hopefully your lines are straight when you're drinking a few of these, cutting the grass. But it's a good beer. It's a good beer. I dig it. I dig it. You know. I wish it was like, you know, it does have a haze. Like I said, I always go with like, you know, if you can see your finger, I can see my finger behind it, but it's a little bit of a ghost. But overall, it's good. It's good.
Cool.
So, what do you think about your beer after you tried it a few times?
So, this is the Finback, the mind reading from Finback. I think I chose the wrong beer. Like, I chose the wrong beer in a way that I read the label and I was like, oh, sour with peach and mango. I'm like, okay, I think that could work. I'm wrong. It's not working. It's not working. It's definitely, I would say, this isn't a beer I would drink during the summer. This is like, I feel like this is like, maybe you're eating something, like it's a pairing beer. Like, it would be good with like a meal, kind of. Like, it's not heavy or anything. It's just like, I don't know. Could this have like salt in it? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, sour, or like, I'm feeling like, you know, the other week we were talking about beers with salt in them, and I'm almost getting like a little bit of a salt flavor to it, like along with the fruit flavors and the sour. It's really weird. Like, I'm just not sure, and I don't know if that has something to do with the goza-ness. I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely fresh. It has a really nice color. It almost has like an orangey-ness to it.
Yeah,
like, for me personally, I think I made a bad decision. This just isn't, as much as I do like sours, this one isn't there for me right now, but it could just be the can or something. I'm just not loving this, and I don't think I could recommend it as like a summertime beer. I think it's like, you go to a restaurant, you want to try something new, different. I definitely think it's something like that. But like, especially if you're into gozas or sours, you know, like, I think it's like, yeah, cool, let me give it a shot. But I'm not. I am muscling through this can right now. I don't know. I'm not disappointed. I just I think, me personally, I felt like this was going to be something different than it is.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you want, give a quick ranking on that one and switch over real quick, man. Just do it. I think I might have something else in there. I can look at my fridge and see what else I have, and then we can fucking just do like, split it up. Cut the episode a little shorter, just like, but it's just do it, man. Fuck it. Like, what the hell not? I can pull one of my home brews out. I'm like, oh my god, this is great.
Where can you get it?
My basement.
Here's Mike's address. Knock on the door. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. I'm just gonna dump this. I'm just not enjoying it.
Yeah, man. If you're not, like we say, it's the experience of the beer. If you're not enjoying that fucking beer, then 86 it. Did you have a 4-pack of that?
No, I only bought one.
Oh, awesome.
I only bought one of like all these because I was also having a little bit of a hard time finding like another summertime beer that doesn't fit into the whole it's not like a Bud Light Lime or like something like that. I'm trying to find something that could fill the summertime but using craft beer.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Well, pull another one out, man. Try it. All right. Well, take 2 of another beer. So here is my all together beer.
This is Mike's beer. This is Double Bay Brewing all together. This is using the recipe from the all together beer challenge.
I got my little pad and everything else. So
there you go.
So in this beer I put the other half. I added wheat. With the recipe, I did look it up. The recipe was calling for 2-row pale malt with base malt, oat flakes, and then carapils. But I put carafoam because they kind of work together. But also it's just like, I'm going to put some wheat into it. Amarillo hops as a bittering agent, 60, very, very small amount. Mosaic, Cascade, and Galaxy at Whirlpool. And then I used London 3. And then I biotransfer dry hopped it during fermentation 2 days into it. And I put Mosaic, Cascade, El Dorado, and Galaxy. So, and this is what I came up with. It's a 6.5% beer.
Show it again. Looks good.
Easy as fuck. Smells good.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I had like 3 yesterday.
Okay. Come on, man. You're supposed to sell that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to. What's the whole drug dealer mentality? Don't get in your own stash.
No one's here to drink it but me. It's good. It's good. It's a good just a hazy IPA. It's not like too juicy. It's more of just a good overall IPA driving that back, where it's just like a hazy IPA. It's not a New England. I'm just doing more of just like a hazy IPA. It fermented out because during the time when it was fermenting, we had a little bit of a hot spell, so ferment temperature went up a little high than where I would like to, but home brewing and everything else. But this is something I will definitely drink because I have 5 gallons of it. So I'm like, I will drink it. I'm going to share it with my neighbor. I'm going to bring him over a pint later. But yeah, no, man, it's like I said, with the oats, I put wheat in it to get a little bit more hazy. But yeah, you can say definitely with the oats. Like, you see how hazy that motherfucker is? Yeah. It's a hazy beer. It's good. It's like I said, I wanted to be part of that all together with the COVID and everything else. So I was just like, fuck it, let me do it. This is one of the last homebrew batches I did at the house before now it's like too hot to be outside, and I got the dehumidifier running in the basement and everything else. It's just too hot. It's just too hot to brew until I get my ferment chamber running. I'm not going to be brewing right now until like the fall, where we can make our dark beers, our porters and stouts and everything else when everything cools down. But overall, I would definitely say I like this better
than the other beer.
I will say that because I'm more of an IPA guy.
Sounds like you found your summer beer. So, I'm just gonna post your address so like the viewers can go to your house to get some.
Listen, I don't want that. I got a fresh cut, more butt. I don't want all the ladies coming over trying to
Nice.
Call me.
Cool, man. So I switched. So this is from Threes Brewing. It's the Vliet. I can't even read that. I'm not sure.
That I don't
I
know.
apologize.
VLIPE?
This is a Pilsner,
Okay.
and um, I don't usually grab Pilsners, but I know it's kind of like light. So, and here's what it looks like. I mean, this is
Oh
super
yeah,
like you can.
that's a
Hi.
crispy boy.
Yeah, it's like super clear. Um, let's taste it. It tastes like a beer.
It
This is
is. It's just it's a crispy boy. It's like what's the ABV on that? Like 4.5.
5.1.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Um,
Pilsner.
yeah, I mean, it's just kind of it's a beer. It's a beer.
The beer. That's a beer. But you know what it is? It's always good to have that at a brewery where you get like if you go to a brewery with your friends, if your pops comes with you or your uncle or something like that, or someone just like that likes to drink beer. Even like I know I got a lot of guys in certain unions that only just drink Pilsners. They're Miller Lite. So if you bring them to a brewery, they're like, well, what can I drink? Can I get a Miller Lite? I'm like, no, dude, it's a fucking brewery. So
Yeah.
they're like, well, what's like a Miller Lite? I'm like, ah. So you
Yeah.
get a Pilsner or something like that. That's the problem I have sometimes with my dad. Like, I'll bring him to a brewery, and I'm like, all right, cool. They have some Pilsner or a lager on tap. I'm like, all right, my dad also likes Belgians. So throughout the years, getting him to try different beers, he likes Belgians. But it's also too, so you get your friend that comes over that's, hey, what do you got? This and this and that. Like a good refreshing Pilsner too, because it's how they make it and lagering and like how to brew it and everything else. And those take a long time. They take like 6 to 8+ weeks to make that style of beer.
Okay.
So, but you know what? Is it crispy? Is it clean?
Yes, and yes. It's
Yeah.
very. I'm definitely getting a nice like crispness. It's um, it almost has um a little bit of hops to it,
All
like
right, nice.
maybe even a little bit more than I would want in a beer like this.
Okay.
But honestly, it's this on a hot summer day. That's gonna work.
Yeah.
That's what this is about. It's about summer beers, and you're right. Like I think me and you, we kind of go in other directions when it comes to like what we drink on a daily basis. But like when it does come down to a hot summer day, you want something that's easy to drink, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is an
Yeah.
easy drinking beer. I am getting like that little bit of extra hop that you don't get with something like a Miller Lite or like
Yeah.
a Bud, but that's what these guys are trying to do. They're trying to differentiate yourself. Like in a world of Pilsners, where do you fit in? You gotta stand out. Great example. The day we went to that car show and it was like 1,000 degrees outside, and this guy was selling ice cold buds for like $1, $2, and we all like it was our group of friends. We all
Okay.
grabbed one after going through like the car thing, and it was I don't love Bud, but
Yeah.
that day it was so cold and refreshing. It was the best. I was like, oh my god, Bud is delicious. Like normally I would never say that, but it was
Yeah.
just such a hot day and it was such a refreshing drink. So like this is a summer beer. Like this is a nice refreshing beer that probably breweries need to have, because not everybody likes a hazy IPA, double
Yeah.
IPA, or a sour, or
It's like a palate cleanser too, because it's such a neutral beer. So it's just like if you're drinking some stuff, because sometimes too, it's like I'll be hammering down New Englands and IPAs and everything else, and I'm like, I just need a fresher beer, like just not even fresher, but just like a palate cleanser. And I'll grab a Yingling or something like that. I actually, I don't know if I should say this, but I've actually had a Miller Lite off a draft at my neighbor's house that has a kegerator. That's all he drinks. And I was over there.
That's different. You're at somebody's house. You're kind of.
And it was off a draft. It's not like I went over and got a can or a bottle. He has a kegerator. And I already went over there with a 4-pack of beer. We're sitting on the front porch shooting the shit. And I freaking pounded my 4 beers. And I was like, we had a good conversation going. Like, I'm not leaving yet, but I got nothing else to drink. And he's just like, hit the kegerator. I hit the kegerator, took Miller Lite off it. And I was just like, this is pretty good. He's like, you're probably drunk. I'm like, yes, I'm pretty drunk. But I was just like, but it was
No,
just
a
like,
cold beer, like a nice cold beer.
and
That's all.
draft.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah. And draft. Like it's like it. I got, like I said, I pulled this out of my cruiser in the back with for my altogether beer, but it's good. Like I said, this kind of went off the recipe, but added some other stuff in because you know what, it's all just for a cause and everything else. I'm not making money or anything like that. I went out and bought hops and bought yeast and all this other shit to make this beer, but this is just for me and also dialing in my system where it's also a 6.5%. That's why I like to keep at to be like a good like daily drinking beer and everything else. I'm happy how it came out. I guess rating wise on these two beers. So double nickel beer, I will give a 3.45, a little under 3.5, because it is crushable, but it's also a pale ale. I'm more of an IPA guy. Like I said, I think it'll be good for barbecues and stuff like that. It's got a nice ABV level. A little less than 3.5. Like I said, 3.45 for the double nickel beer. My altogether beer that I use from other half room, their recipe and tweaked it up, put a little bit more grains, changed the hops up and everything else. I would give this 4.25 because this is definitely crushable. I love the ABV. I love sticking with 6.5. I'm glad I can hit this. This came out great. Like I said, this is a hazy beer. Like I said, when I see hazy, this is what I want to see. But I know oats give a little bit of a different opaque on the color. But this is good. This is like a good, like, it's not a juicy, but it's a good more of like, I want to say classic IPA where you get the bitterness of like an IPA, but this is more of just like middle of the road where you get a slight bitterness up front, but you don't have like bitter beer face because it's only about like, I think like 16 IBUs, but it's a nice bitterness to it, but also the juiciness and the little bit of the hops from the whirlpool, just how they work together. It's a unique style of beer that I made because I really don't put stuff in that 60 minutes. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna try what other half said. From a professional brewer listening to another professional brewery, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to what you said, but I'm gonna do what I know what I like to do and tweak the recipe a little bit because I'm a tinkerer, but it worked out well. And usually, like I said, everyone wants these juicy beers. And it's if it's hazy, it has to be juicy. No, it's also called. It doesn't have to always be like a New England style IPA. It can also be a hazy IPA because you get a little bit of the bitterness up front, but then you get the overall like good balance. There's a good body to it. I can't, like I said, I can't pull out like, oh, I'm getting mango, pineapple, and everything else. It's just like a good like classic IPA where it's just like good body to it. It feels nice, good mouth feel. I fuck with the water chemistry, and I was just like, this is fucking good, And like I said, I probably got like 4 gallons left, but it's just like, I will drink this, It's just like it's good.
That's Mike's summer beer right there.
It is, and it's like, so it's like I said, cheers, buddy. I'm like I said, we did like I said, I wanted to talk about the altogether beer. I said I wanted to do it, and I did it. So here's the finished result. And like I said, if you want to see hazy shit, like there you go, buddy. So, but I'm overall, and from a great brewery we went to, Prohibition Pig.
Yeah.
Now from Vermont, so it's a unique style of beer. That's what I like to do. Meet here.
Yeah. So for me, the Finback mind reading, I think I'm gonna give this a 3.2.
Okay.
I wanted to like this more, but for being summertime beers, I missed the mark. I think I was expecting something out of it that it's not. But overall, beer enjoyment wise, I didn't enjoy it. ended up switching to another beer. So, 3.2 is what I'm going to give it. And then, like, this Pilsner from Threes Brewing, this does fit into a summertime beer. This fits into an all-year beer, I guess.
Yeah.
Just nice, easy drinking. If it's cold and crisp, it's kind of the best way to have it. On a hot summer day, this fits the bill. For me, though, I don't love Pilsners, so I'd say 3.8.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of where it is.
Hey, it's like I said,
should you get it? Like, if you're somebody who likes a lighter style of beer, yes, absolutely. Yeah. I don't think you can go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, man, it's just like I said, we all have personal opinion and everything else. Like I said, a local brewer from New Jersey, Pennsauken, 25 minutes away, you know, local beer, 30 seconds away, you know, in South Jersey, you know, I'm not going to tell you town, but whatever. You know, Double Bay Brewing. You know, like I said, I love brewing my beers. I'm glad I was able to do this. Like, yes, this is definitely, like I said, this is definitely, like I said, I'm glad I got a lot of it so I can drink it for the next month and a half. And like I said, too, being a home brewer, besides being a professional brewer, being a home brewer and knowing what you can make, you can see how your beer changes throughout the time. I'll can some of this stuff and throw it in the fridge. And then I'll wait 3 months down the road. I'll put it in the back and also be like, oh, what the hell is this? I'm like, oh, let's try it. And see if it's still good. You know, I'll put a 4-pack back there, you know, see what happens. But like I said, I'm happy how it came out. You know, everyone likes these hazy stuff, but you know, it's overall, I enjoy it. Out of all the scores today, Double Bay had the high score.
There you go. The only guy who can drink it right now is the guy who made it. So yeah.
So.
Cool, man. Well, I think that's an episode. Cheers, buddy.
That's a good episode of Cheers, buddy. You haven't heard the other 2 episodes? No?
Huh? Keep watching. Keep watching.
Oh, yeah, keep watching. And if you have any recommendations, let us know. Like, we'll see if we can find something, you know? So, why not?
Cool. Sounds good. See you guys.